Hi, everybody. Hi, Dr. Pete, Dr. Nick. don't know why I've gone crazy. Hope everybody's safe and well. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing, hitting the bell icon so you made every time I put new content on. As always, like to thank our lovely channel sponsors, Untuck It. Check them out in the description below. Oh, I think I've got a bit crazy. Scoring, only us would score 5 goals and draw 3-3. Anyway, but I've got a new character. We've had Cheerful Craig, Optimistic Oggy. There's another one. Perspective Pete. There he is, Perspective Pete. He's putting things into perspective. We're still 5th. Everyone's on the same number of games now, apart from City. We've still got to play Chelsea. We've still got to play Leicester. We've still got to play Everton. We've got 9 cup finals still to go. Perspective Pete. 2 weeks off now. We can relax and get ready for the last bit of the season. Thanks, Pete. Good old Perspective Pete. It was going to be Perspective Paolo, but actually it had to be Pete Butler, didn't it, to be honest? Hello to everyone. Hello Cyber, Duvet, Duke, Tommy Boy, hope you're well. Peaches in the house, Skipper, still gutted about yesterday, but like you say, we are still 5th. We are. Let's put a bit of perspective in. We had this now. I was thinking about this on the drive home yesterday. Terribly gutted I was. Revert to the week before last, the Man United game. Moyes, he's so defensive. If we had a go, if we lost 4-0 or 3-0 and we had a go, fair enough. So it goes. Or, we score 3 goals, and because we've gone that way, we can't do both at the same time. So naturally, I thought, oh well. Still, it was an entertaining game. And then day, if we again, Perspective Pete, where is he? Is he still here? Is he still? Oh, there he is. There he is. Perspective Pete. He's going to say, if at the beginning of the season you were disappointed with the fact that we, out of Man United away and at Man United and Arsenal, we only got a point, and we were devastated that we only got a point out of those 2 games, you'd have thought we were smoking something funny, wouldn't you? Compared to where we were at the beginning after that Newcastle game. Thanks, Pete. I totally agree. He's a clever boy, that Pete. Duke had time to reflect, and yes, we are still 5th, but I also feel let down by the players. Was it the players, or I'm not being funny? I was trying to think of something to sort of, almost like a Jerry Springer, and finally, sort of my synopsis. Maybe I'll start doing that at the end of the games on the way home. For me, I think, if we put all our cards on the table, which we should do, we're batting well above our average this season, aren't we? If we're a cricket team, we're batting well above our average. So I think sometimes we assume we're at a level which we aren't. So we are not at, and in the same way, Arsenal are not a 10th place team. Arsenal will always, they've had a bad season. We've had a very good season. They've still got Aubameyang, Lacazette. They brought on Marinelli. They brought on Pepe. They brought all these players on. They still had Partey playing. They still had Xhaka playing. Where unfortunately we don't have our depth in squad isn't there. We're not. We haven't got we haven't got a squad that could bring on those players at the moment. I'm not saying we might not in some in terms of there, but I think in terms of where we are now, for me, we're batting above our average, and sometimes we have to take a bit of a reality check. Perspective Pete needs to come in. I was permissive. No, not permissive. Perspective Pete needs to come in again. Ryan's got Positive Pat. We've got Perspective Pete. So for me, there's definitely a reality. It was a bit like a reality check, really. And to be honest, if there was any other team that could do that and have come back from 3-0 down, it would have been Arsenal, wouldn't it? Just because the amount of firepower they had. And yeah, they weren't final sinners. And again, we scored 2 of them goals, innit? So Man United, we're literally, it's so frustrating. Man United, we scored the goal in their game as well. We scored 5 goals and ended up drawing 3-3. Do you know what I mean? We've hit the post 19 times this season as well. Those 19 goals, if you went through them and see even if half of them went in, where we would be. Let's look at it as a context in all contexts. So that's what I'm trying to do at the moment. I'm sort of decompartmentalizing each game separately because it's a separate entity. Now we've got 2 weeks off to refresh look at that. What a great season we've had, and the 9 games to go in it. Afternoon, Scotty boy. Still not disheartened on reflection. Still fifth, but Wolves is now. Yeah, I mean, we've got to play Wolves, innit? Wolves is a great game for us to play. Rick, hope you're well, Duke. Peachy boy, Charlie boy, still gutted, but we have to make it through the next 2 weeks. May make a few nights like Paddy's night. Fair enough. Each their own, man. Good luck to you, my sir. Let's have a quick zoom through. I'm trying not to miss anyone's comments. Oh God, there's so many. I'm sorry. I went on my little rant then anyway. Tone, hope you're well, man. Our dog in the house, just M dog, hope you're well. I still feel a bit sick. We had so many opportunities to kill that game. Really pleased with how we attacked in the first half defensive or day of the season. No, it's true. And as I say, we've had it throughout. The Man United game at London Stadium, where they won 3-1. They had about 20. We had about 20 times to score that goal. In terms of half time before they brought on, Martial and they brought on Rashford rather and Fernandes. So anyway, Lee, hope you're well. Nice to see you, man. Angus, how on earth are we still fifth? We are still fifth, and we're even on games now, everyone. So it's all good. There he is. I was waiting for how long as he came on. Pete on pole. As we were saying to each other during the game, Pete, I don't know. As I said, we scored 5. We scored 5 and drew 3-3. Typical West Ham. James, hope you're well. Still think we have 6 wins. I still think 9 games left. You look at the games. Don't forget, Leicester getting through to the semi-finals is a massive, not road bump in them, but do they go for Champions League? Or is the chances of them actually winning a cup? There's that shadow of doubt in their head now, in my opinion. So Man United will be going all out for Champions League now. So there's still a lot. Yes, they wasn't on Moyes. I don't think it was. There was a little bit, I think, in terms of game plan. Clearly, the idea was you squeezed up, Cresswell and Soufal. It was almost like playing 4 centre backs, to be honest. And so Chambers was finding so much, and you thought maybe just bring on Ben Johnson and go 3 at the back with wing backs. You know what I mean? But it's happened. It's happened. We've got to learn to do it. Just stop, dissecting the game. We did that all yesterday. 2 weeks off now. You can watch from England if you want to watch England. I don't bother, to be honest, but you can watch from England, and then that Wolves game away, and then we crack on. My friends. The players stopped what they're doing in the first. I don't think they stopped, dude. I think they basically changed mentality. As soon as that one goal went in at 3-1, and don't forget, we've done this against Tottenham, didn't we? We was 3-0 down with 15 minutes to go, type thing with them, and we just Spursed it. That's what we did. We proper Spursed it, in my opinion, but it is what it is. Respect the point and move on. Arsenal goods. They are still a good side. They still got Aubameyang. They still got Lacazette. They still got these great players. We got a point out of them. And we never play well against Arsenal. Arsenal really are our bogey team, to be fair. We should have got something at their gaff, to be fair, this season. I know I've said to be fair about 4 times in a row, but it is, to be fair. Although I might say it was shocking. We desperately need competition for Antonio. And there's nothing we can do about it now, is there? In retrospect, there's nothing we can do about that now. We know Moyes has taken the active decision to not buy a striker in January because he wanted to buy the striker he wants in the summer. And he said that the club did an interview with him the other day. That's what he said, and he actually came out and said that. So, look, I'm all for trusting him, man. Do you know what I am? And if we finish 6th, we don't get to Europe. If Tottenham win the Carabao Cup and get into the conference and look, we've had a great season, and as I said, we're batting well above our average at the moment, so we should be enjoying that fact. We should be enjoying the fact. I know it's frustrating. I know we go 3 up and we still lose, but we draw rather. It feels like a defeat. It's a draw against Arsenal, a good Arsenal team who basically at the end had like 5 strikers on there, and Pete would agree. They literally had anyone they could put on up front, just kept them going. And I think we're not used to being in this position. Are we as a team? Yes, we're doing great this season, but as a team, as a setup, everyone was shitting themselves at half time, weren't they, on Twitter and stuff, because they know West Ham, and these players aren't inherently. There's 2 or 3 who are new to it, but the majority of that team is the same team we've had for a few years. To be fair, Fabianski, Ogbonna, Cresswell, Noble, Declan Rice, Antonio. It's not inherently completely different from a team that's had 3 or 4 maybe bad seasons, to be honest, until this season's come in. So look, let's give him some slack. That's what I'll say. And don't forget the ref as well. Ref was the best player for Arsenal. What lunch did you give yesterday? That's got to be the reason. Yeah, he must have a really crappy sandwich. Really crappy, like one of those, like those cheese sandwiches when the cheese is like sweaty. I think we probably gave him a cheesy, sweaty salad sandwich with like that's really thin tomato and sort of the I imagine the lettuce was a bit brown and not yeah. I mean, that's the thing, again, he was appalling, in my opinion. He really was a bad referee yesterday. And yeah, yeah. I was watching the clips thing as well. It's brilliant. If you want to cheer yourself up, watch clips this one. Lacazette, the fromage, Darren Bem, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Totally agree, Duke. Summed up saying the players sat back and got. I think they did. I mean, you could tell they got nervous. And wouldn't you be nervous? We're not Man City. We won't be 3-0 up and easily score 5 in the second half and win 5-0. That's not our mentality. Don't forget, until this season, we've been in relegations battles for the last 3 or 4 seasons. So that's mentality. That is mentality. So it is a change in mentality. It does not happen overnight. We tried that as a club, didn't we? We brought in Pellegrini. We spent all this money to change the mentality, but it takes time to change that mentality. It might not be this year. We might have that happen again to us, but next year, and it's getting that mentality in there. And I think we are getting the right players in to do that. But we're running before we're walking. That's the way I see it. And this elevated position we're in makes us think, shit. We're still playing Arsenal. We are still playing Arsenal. Arsenal are still, in our heads, a top side, and they are. So anyway, need to make sure our heads don't drop after that. Can't lose momentum with 7-odd games. Yeah, 9 games to go. Must move on. Wolves away, perfect for us. Perfect team. You know what I mean? Perfect team. Then back for Leicester, and then Leicester have got like the FA Cup semi-final in their head, and then whenever the Chelsea game gets, because it hasn't been finalised, is it, the Chelsea game? I don't think because. Depends over. Don't want to be negative as a draw against Arsenal isn't terrible. I feel most of our goals, if Neil came from the left, and if we had playing, he would be given. I totally agree. With you, 80s man, because that was key. Fornals he is a key player to us. Doesn't matter how many people don't think he is. He is. He's that missing bit. There's a reason why we haven't played well the last 2 games, in my opinion, consistently throughout the 2 games, and it is Fornals. It really is. The energy he brings in. He is the Pete Butler of the modern day, circa 2021 Ross Button. That's who he is. He's Hayden Mullins. He is that player that you need when you have the whole, puzzle out, and there's one piece missing. You don't realize that piece is missing till right at the end. He is that key, and I think we're realizing that now. Well, I am for sure. That's just my opinion. Exactly. Up front, I think everyone they got the 4 they wanted. That was great. Anyway, do you remember the 3 from up? Yes, I do. I certainly do. We have called up Connor Coventry for international. He might be anything to look forward to. Indeed, it's good on him. Good on him, my friend. He is very, very good. Don't forget Antonio Miss. Oh. And again, someone said it on Twitter. If Haaland missed that, it got ripped. But because Antonio, he misses too many, from my opinion. He does. He's not a striker. And so, yeah, it's very frustrating. But anyway, happy we had a go yesterday. Gutted to lose, but better than Man United. The only thing that amused me was because of an outlet by doing that. Yeah, I know what you mean, Kemp. I know what you mean, Matt. But it was one of those things where I thought. I was like, fair enough. Yeah, let's put it in, tighten that game. That was getting really loose. Get him in, tighten the game up. But you're right, the outlet. Possibly it would have been maybe putting Ben Johnson on and playing, going back to a 3-5-2. We always look more solid in that position, I think. And also that would stop the Chambers and Tierney coming through. They were getting a lot of luck down the wing because the fullbacks were getting quite narrow. So, but look, it's done as it's done, and it's done now. A couple of chances that weren't there. No, I totally agree. It's difference between us and the top club would have been put their foot down. Yeah, we're not a top club, are we? To be honest, so exactly. Give Arsenal some credit. No, I totally agree, Jeff, man. And their squad, the squad depth as well to bring on all these guys. And I was like, oh, thank God, brilliant! They're taking off Saka. That's good. Oh shit, Pepe's coming on. You know what I mean? And the fact is, we can do that. And the fact is, someone said here, where is it? Oh god, oh, there's loads of Twitter. So I'm trying to find. There was one which came out and all the things. Yeah, exactly. The front four gives us hope. With that four, that's a strong four in my opinion. That's a fantastic four. My only tweak to that would have been potentially if Fornals was in, Fornals for either Benny or Fornals for Bowen. I don't think you could play with all. I think we missed a little bit of in there. Triggered Ponywood. I mean, 19 times have hit the crossbar at the post this season. Antonius Curse and Ben Rama assists him. We're still fifth. We are still fifth. I tell you what, Chelsea have tougher fixtures than us. They do. They still got to play City. They've got some really, got some really tough fixtures coming on. Plus, they've still got Champions League, and Roman's going to want them to win that. So, yeah, we've got, as I said, we've got 9 games. These 3 are huge. April's a tough month for us. I'd say that April's going to be a tough month, but May's not a piece of piss, but May is a lot. We've got a good run in. So we'll see what happens. If we get 7 points from then, we're there. Interesting. West Ham were unlucky, but you see why Moyes set up the way against Man United. Another day, you would have been home and dry 4-1. No, I totally agree with him. It is at the moment. I said, even like the United game, it was 0-0, it was a boring game. Wasn't for Craig Dawson. I mean, Craig Dawson, bless him, he's been absolute rock. And in 2 games, he scored 2 own goals. I mean, Lacazette's shot at the beginning, the first half was going miles away. It's just, as I said, we scored 5 goals. The dog, where's Mini Russ? Indeed, let's bring Mini Russ in. Where is he? There he is. Thank you. Cheers, Lee. Let's let these two talk to each other very, very well. Go to our first. Were the best season for me. We were phenomenal. We were brilliant. We were fantastic. We looked sharp. We came out the blocks. It shows that we can do it. In terms, if we're looking at it, objectively and looking at positives, the fact is we played with the 4 that everyone wants us to play with the 4. We played really well. We were on the front foot. We looked up for it. There was a lot of great little. Bowen was starting to do those little diagonal runs from the wing straight through the centre backs. I think it might be Ben Rama or someone, or maybe Cresswell putting a ball right over the top. Yeah, hit the post again. He said, "I'd like to go through and look at all the times we've hit the post and see how that would have affected if we got half of those goals in. We'd been 3rd this season, I reckon." Ref had a shocker. Even I'm saying it. I know you are, man. I know you were. Jazza, compare the first half to the second half of the season. Okay, we beat Fulham and then only got a point. However, we get back to it with Arsenal and Palace, so we're actually doing better. There we go. Reasons to be cheerful. I thought you missed Oggy a lot yesterday, organisationally, skill and positional. Yeah, don't forget after international break, Oggy's potentially back. Isn't it Masuaku's back? Yama's back. That's the plan, isn't it? I think they're all back. So, we could have will we have a fully fit squad after the international break, hopefully? Thoughts? Moss was asked. I thought Moss was Arsenal's best player on the pitch. Fornals is underrated. I totally agree. Although I can't stand international break, perfect timing mentally for the team. Indeed, although we naturally always come back and we play shit the first game, don't we? Go through all this season, and and we still haven't lost 2 games in a row this season, as well. Remember that we still haven't lost 2 games in the season, the whole season, if I'm right in believing. Right. Oh my God. Loads of comments. Apologies if I missed anyone. Funny people are missing Fornals. Although this man, we've been ready to switch him for Ben Ryan. Personally, big fan. I think he is key. He's key to the way Moyes sets up, because he's that 3rd midfielder, in my opinion, who can just give you something a bit extra in terms of the work rate. He would have been all over Xhaka, all over Partey, being a really, really, because obviously you would have known Partey, but having played in La Liga with him as well, so he knows all about him. Just his enthusiasm. And as someone said, he would have doubled up again with Cresswell on the left. just to give that extras. Because I mean, Chambers was having a field day. Probably the best game I've ever seen Chambers play, to be perfectly honest. To be honest, I'm okay. Did a good job, but if referee Graham would have yellow carded and Crew would have if sent off, he would have done much better. I think I agree, Rick, because I know as a ref, I do agree. But there were certain times, it's like, I haven't looked at the goal again, the one from the free kick, but how he got the free kick, I don't understand. I thought the ball was still rolling as well when he pasted it down again. That's not right. It was again 20 yards forward. There was all these things. It just wasn't going our way. Don't think Foxes have ever won FA Cup, so I think they'll be up for it. But it's the first time they got the FA Cup final semis for 40 years, mate. So I'll be surprised. West. There we go. Hello, Palace, man. Bold of Arsenal smash West Ham, spammers defaulters. Oh yeah, so where were you in the league? So let me just do a quick check. Let me just check. Where are Crystal Palace? I have to scroll down, don't I, for them? Crystal Palace. Let me just check. Oh yeah. Oh, 12. Oh yeah, it's all right, mate. Yep, good season for you. Yep, 12 minus 16 goal difference. Yeah, good man. Yeah, good season, man. We got. What's our goal difference? Oh, plus 10 already, 49 points. Anyway, good luck to you, son. Thanks for coming on, Palace, man. Thanks for coming on. I still say fifth we'll end up. I think we'll end up where we are, to be honest. Maybe sixth, but no late. But even seventh, I'll take seventh, man. That'll be funny. It's a lot better than where you are this year. We'll see. We didn't lose our first two games, actually, Jazza. We lost our first two league games, but we won in the cup in between. Thank you very much. I believe we beat, was it Charlton or Hull in the middle? Is the clue between? He is my man. He is 12th. Is punching above their weight. Good luck to the Three Lions the next 3 weeks. I'm cheering you guys on. Thank you, Sol. Honestly, I don't give a crap about England. I really don't. I'm not a fan. With as I said, I only. The ball was rolling. The second should not have counted. I agree, mate. But he should not. Yeah, we should. Yeah, we should. I mean, he should have won it. But yeah, we know we should have won it. We should have won it. But it just seems, as you said, it's done now, isn't it? It's done. It's done. It's done. It is what it is, mate. We've done 20. I know. It's crazy. What's everyone got for lunch? Also, I got a chocolate bar today. I thought I'd get a chocolate bar. It was in need of a chocolate bar today. So, what chocolate has Russ got today? So yeah, what chocolate has Russ got today? Thanks for just bringing us back. Thank you. Cheers, Duvet. Also, what we got currently this week? We've got another Noble Era episode tonight. Someone asked me they wanted to cheer it up, so we put another Noble Era episode up tonight. We should have some My Hammers 11s. We should have some Outside the Bubbles. We'll also have some Just the Woo of Us. So a bit of everything. X Hammers. We'll have the lot of us. So it'll be good, man. It'll be good. So make sure you subscribe if you're new around here. What we got here? Scott has chicken and sweet corn soup with some warm bread rolls. Hashtag kill the bill. Toffee Crisp, no. Aero, no. Palace, what's Palace in? When we get our home fans back, Palace will be on the up. Fifth place is still way too high. Yeah, I agree. Palace, I actually agree with you. We are batting above our average, but I'm taking full advantage of it. Same with you. If you was up there, you'd be like, doing exactly the same thing, my friend. No, I totally agree. And I think next season's going to be weird as well, because next season everyone's going to be hopefully adjusting to being back in a thing again, having a full stadium. So it'll be interesting what happens. And I think you will get this. I mean, for example, Sellers Park, you've got great fans. It's a really intimidating atmosphere. That's why I don't think you've played particularly well this season. That's why I think Sheffield United hasn't. That's why I don't think West Brom, Fulham, Brighton, Burnley, these small tight grounds where the fans make a huge difference. I think you're right, man. I think you're right. But hopefully it means you keep Salah. Not Salah, Zaha. You'd love to have Salah. We'd all like to have Salah. But hopefully you have Zaha next season. You won't piss off and bugger off again like he always does, it seems, after every couple of years. Throws his toys out, goes and then says, "Well, can I come back?" and comes back. So hopefully, but we'll see. But would you need a new? Is it time up for Roy? Someone like Eddie Howe would be a great shout for you. I thought Bobby seemed a bit grumpy on his mimes. He had some internet issues beforehand, but he seemed all right. I mean, I thought it was all right, no problem. Only worry about international break is players playing 3 games in short space when they've played every game this season. I totally agree. So for me, I think, it's the Czech boys I'm always worried about because people really we need them. Old Jamaican. No, it's not old Jamaican. Bobby. Yep. Thank you, Peachy boy. Yeah, it was quite good. It was good level. So we got another one, another ex-players. Miami's 11 this week. Hopefully, maybe 1, maybe 2, maybe 3. Who knows? People get back to me. We'll see, man. Cheers, buddy boy. Pete. I finished it. I finished all of Drive to Survive on Netflix. And I still hate Christian Horner just as much. If anyone wants to watch something fun, right? Netflix. Drive to Survive, great series. I literally binge watched it like Saturday and Sunday. Absolutely binge watched it, brilliant. And I hate Christian Horner. It really does frustrate me because obviously he's stinking rich as well, which is probably one of the main things I don't like him. Blue ribbon, God dear, blue ribbon, my friend. No, it's not a blue ribbon. I would tie a yellow ribbon around the old tree, but not blue ribbon. Palace and Villa have one thing in common: both a one-man team. Oh, shots fired! Shots fired. Yeah, probably right. Antonio on the Jamaican bobsleigh team. He didn't even get in the squad, did he? Fake news. Eddie Howe would be a great. I think Eddie Howe's great for. It'd be a great shout for what's the name? Who are we talking about? Oh yeah, Crystal Palace. I think it'd be a good shout. Perfect, because he'd be able to develop that. I mean, they've got a young team, and no disrespect to Roy, but he's 70, isn't he? And so, how can you associate? How can you try and you need someone at least on their level, I think, in my opinion, to get the most out of them. What's your view of a game like where you sit in your room? Well, you've seen it. You saw my picture. Go onto Twitter. You can see it, man. You can see it, Jazz. I see where I sit. It's great. Well, I do have it's a good view. Sometimes I have to move my my TV screen, but I stand up for most of it anyway, to be honest. So I stand up like I'm watching it properly. So we'll see. Palace without Zaha is a poor man's Accrington Stanley. Low. Drive to brilliant. I finished it as well. Hornet is a top man. Can't hate. Oh, I can. Oh, Pete, I can, man. Honestly, like the way he flopped from bloody Albon, and Perry. Oh, he's like, oh yeah, Albon's the man. Yeah, well, he's not too sure. Oh no, but he was third. Oh yeah, he's okay now. Oh, Perez has won. Oh, hello. Hi, Perez. Welcome to Red Bull. Oh, literally, I was watching it with my wife. My wife wasn't paying any attention. And, like, it happened on. I just shouted out, wanker! And she was like, why is he, who called a wanker to? And it was like, Christian Horner. She was like, why? I didn't really explain it. Problem is that nothing will beat season 1. Yeah, it was good. But I think this is a really good season. And the thing that really doesn't get my idea is why they all like announce they're leaving like during the season, because like then that straight away like puts all these things and this person and it just makes no sense. But that's his. He's a very good pundit. I think he's a very good pundit indeed. Angus, what are you talking about? They have stars such as Miasovic and Benteke. Yeah, I mean Benteke, Christian Benteke. Yeah, Roy has been good, but time for new blood for the Eagles. I totally agree, man. I totally agree. I think it's. I think you need some new blood now. And haven't you got like 15 first teamers out of contract this season? So this summer's going to be massive for you guys in terms of who you offer new contracts to. I think it is. Correct me if I'm wrong, man. Honestly, always I'm more likely to be wrong than right, to be honest, with another team. So let us know, because that's a huge risk, isn't it? But yeah, I think it was something 15. It might have been the beginning of the season someone said that, but you would know. Roy's 74 this year. Fair play to him, man. Fair play. At least he was one of the first to get his jab. So that's all right. He's probably the only one in the club who's had a jab, really, to be honest. F1 is massively cutthroat. Honestly, think football's bad. That's even worse, isn't it? And like how the drivers can like leave one and go to another and not tell anyone. It's like, honestly, I can't understand it. Does your walkie-talkie take you right through to Moyes? Yeah. So I say Moyes, come time to. I mean, I gave the instruction for Mark Noble substitution. I do apologise. Season was great. Luke, hope you're well. Forgot about Scott Dan too. Yeah, Scott Dan. Forgot about him. Yep, and MacArthur. Forgot about him as well. Actually, speaking of that, speaking of Crystal Palace, we've got red and blue coming on tomorrow. So we're doing outside the bubble with the red and blue army. So make sure you watch that one, man. It'd be good. Like obviously there's loads of players who have played for both teams. Obviously even now, James Tompkins. I mean, you got absolute still out of that, and Cheku Kiarte and people like there's loads, Ian Wright. Loads, man. So it'll be good fun. I've got tickets for Club Corner carried over from last year. Good luck to you, son. Well done. It's good to know. Glad you got my irony, mate. Steve Coppell must be due another go at Palace. No. I think Eddie Howe will be good there, mate. I really do think he'll be a great shout there. He needs a good job, doesn't he, Eddie? And I think with Palace, give them, they didn't tend to give their managers time. I think there's a definite rebuilding job there. I mean, it's going to be, I know fans can be back in and Palace hunters assuming that they're going to be back in, top 10 or whatever. But I think next year's going to be a huge year for you guys, just in terms of the whole squad rotation and stuff. So is Roy the person up for it? I don't know if he is, man. I don't know. Anyway, what chocolate have I got? You still haven't decided what chocolate I've got today. And also, what people got for lunch? Kent, what's for lunch, man? What's for lunch? Angus, what was for dinner? What was for dinner, my friend? What's everyone got on their lunch breaks and stuff like that? That's what we want to know. McCarthy, the pirate, yes, the pirate injury who cost us Champions League football. Not that I'm bitter. Exactly. Palace have been punching for a while. They were due to go down for another 10 years. No, I think Palace are all right. They're only just for the wind up, and and that's what we've got. And that's something that I think we give it to Tottenham fans all the time about being Spursy and stuff. And so if they're going to give us a little bit, it's fair enough. Although don't forget Arsenal did turn them over, beat them on last week anyway. But I mean it's all banter and it's all friendly banter. I mean, isn't this the first time ever that we've stayed in the Premier League for more than 10 years consecutively as well? So it's like. You know what I mean? A chicken curry for dinner with rice. With rice. Well done, Angus. Very nice indeed. I don't know what's for dinner in the Budden household today. I haven't looked. Mrs. Budden went to Marks and Spencer's when I was out. So when I was at West Ham, so I'm not too sure. I have to have a look. Be exciting what it is. Be exciting. Peach has got a Big Mac for lunch. Lovely. I love Palace away. Great day. Yeah, it's a great day. That's what I mean. Great day, and particularly obviously because we can't go to Bournemouth this year, next year rather, because obviously they're still languishing. Palace is a good day out, great day out, man. Got Jamaican chicken with rice and sweet corn, very nice. Frame is going for fried chicken. He's got always on the money. Surely the chocolate bar has to be a curly whirly. It's not a curly whirly, my friends. It's not a curly whirly. We know you've got a Big Mac. You've got two Big Macs, clearly. How much for Souček, please, and Kufal for good measure? Need them at the Arsenal. Yeah, sure. £100 million. No, not this year. Not nice try. Nice try, Pete. You're just trying to get a rise out of people now, aren't you? How about you throw in actually there's no one I want. There's no one I want on the Arsenal team, I think. Nah. It wasn't me that Aubameyang looked really ill. When they kept on looking at they kept on putting the camera on him. He looked really ill. He looked really skinny. His face looked all really thin. I was like, that rice from Yar. Just frustrating. He never does it. You know what I mean? He never does it. That often. But when he does it, he just kept on going and going and going and going. And it's a facet of his game I wish he would do a lot more. No, I don't think there's anyone I want, mate, in the Arsenal team. No, I was looking at it and it was like, Leno. Honestly, I thought we looked a bit shaky, to be honest. The back four, Tierney maybe. Tierney I'd have. I thought it's probably Chambers' best game as well. I've probably seen for a long time, I think. Midfield, Xhaka, no. I mean, Lacazette, he was relatively quiet, I'd say, to be honest. Aubameyang looked out of sorts. As I said, he looked a bit ill, to be honest. I think, I don't think he's very well. Monday, I meant to say, so on Monday, just checking your lunch. Beans on toast. Very good on brown. Lee's got a crispy bacon, mayo, and sliced iceberg lettuce. Can't go wrong unless you're vegan. Very true. London is Claret Blue. It was the last time I checked. And second best team in London. And we could beat Chelsea, so we could be the best team in London, and still 1 point clear of Spurs. So there we go, and Liverpool. So look who Gates is in the house. Oh, hello. Someone had turkey yesterday. His cold cuts, turkey and cranberry sauce on his sausage roll, hot, chocolate chip muffin, Sauvignon crisps, banana, apple. So that's in my bottle of water. Very nice in too. Saka. I'll take Saka as well. Saka and Tierney. Well, fair enough. But you know what I mean. On the right was a huge mistake, and defending was a bit like 20. But was it just me? Maybe he's had his hair cut. He just doesn't look very well. He almost looked like he had a little bit of jaundice. Do you know what I mean? That was it. I'm getting worried about what we got to see. I'm getting worried about Chelsea. They haven't conceded for about 2 years now. Well, I mean, even if we did, whatever happens, man, as I said, we still got to play Chelsea. They're going to probably prioritise in the Champions League. They got Porto. Is it Porto next round? So they've all got stuff to play for. Do you know what I mean? They've all got stuff to play for. The team, Leicester and Chelsea. I think Leicester are going to have that semi-final at the back of their head as well. So we'll see. Alex, hopefully next month we can have our full squad back to face Wolves and get the 3 points. Indeed we should. I believe what's name's back? Oggy was there yesterday. So obviously not in the squad, but he was arrived in the players' car park and stuff. So hopefully Fornals is back. He's the one I think we really miss. And Masuaku and Yarmolenko. So we should have a full. I think we should have a full fit squad. Hopefully, touch wood, without any injuries over international break. That's the only thing we have to worry about now, isn't it? For our international ones. Smith Rowe, yeah, he's a good player. Good player, man. Good player. I do apologise. Okay, 3 players. Dr. Russ. Hi, everybody. Hi, Dr. Russ. He's always wasting the wing. Was happy to see him there. I didn't realise he was on. I did not realise he was there. I'll be honest. He was quite absent with his. I just thought he's just wasted. I just don't get it. I just don't understand it. I just don't get it. Full squad, no chance. We've never had a full squad. Well, a fully fit squad. I think, if I'm right, Fornals should be back. Was it Ogbonna should be back? Well, is he back? I don't know. I think that the talk was he was back. He would be back in contention for the Wolves game. Masuaku is obviously playing under 23s already, and so is the boy Yama. So that is everyone, isn't it? There's everyone I think who's injured. Also, something I was going to suggest on Wednesday, we're going to try something on Wednesday at these lunchtime shows. We're going to try, and I haven't got a graphic for it yet or anything, but we're going to try something new. So obviously we have, for those anyone new to watching, where have you been? We've been here for like 60 days, 60 episodes, something like that doing this. But for me, we've got on a Thursday we do quiz night. On a quiz day. On Friday, we do Freestyle Friday. Wednesday, we're going to try something different. We're going to try Games Day Wednesday, because usually at school, Wednesday was always like Games Day, wasn't it? So I remember I always used to have the afternoon off and we'd go and play rugby with other school. So we're going to try Games Day Wednesday. We're going to try it this week and see if it works, where you can try and beat me at a game. So we'll play a game virtually and see if you can beat me. It might actually be shit and never work, but I'm going to try it. So keep an eye out for Games Day Wednesday. And for those that win, win something. I don't know, I remember all about it. But yeah, me, I always try to jazz things up a bit. And if it works, great. We can do like a late night Beat Me Wednesdays Beat Me Wednesdays or whatever. That sounds a bit weird, but yeah. Moyes the manager season. He should be, but he's not going to win it. It's going to be Pep, isn't it? So anyway, next question: have you had any requests from songs? So we used to actually do it for a while. We used to get the players to like request a song like per player, like for the warm up. Like it might be I don't know, Angelo Bonner's week, and they'd give me or Felipe Anderson, and they'd give you a song. So when they were training, we'd play it. And then we'd also do like a little profile. I don't know if you remember if you was at the ground, and so they would zoom in on Angelo Bonner. But the trouble was all the music was always like explicit lyrics, because it was all like rap music or grime, or so it was really tricky to like get a clean song, so to speak. We did it for a few games, and that was it really. We never really sort of carried that on, because it'd be really random ones. Like Arnie's one was always really random, things like that. If you saw the Bobby Zamora My Hammers 11, we talk about Alan Pardew, and Alan Pardew really cared about what music we were going to play, and would often suggest songs for us to play, which we would not play because they were usually Frank Sinatra songs. Doesn't really get the crowd going. A bit of Mac the Knife, does it? Really, it's not really like I've got you under my skin. It's me and my shadow. It's not really going to take me to war, is it? So so we don't do it anymore now. We don't really do it anymore. Although saying that, there was comments. And here we go, Pete. This will piss you off. Comments from the Arsenal substitutions when they're warming up. And they said, God, this music's Champions League. This music they're playing when we're warming up, this is great. This is better than what we get in the Emirates. I was like, oh, poor Pete. But yeah. So all you gotta do is play like 90s like Ministry of Sounds, like classics. That's what they want. How many hat tricks is Lingard scoring against San Marino? 1. Next one. Texas, no, not Texas Hold'em. None of that, mate. No. It's just simple games. We're going to try and see if it works. I feel your pain, Russ. Players' music, indeed. It's just didn't work. It's a great idea. But there's a reason why they keep the music to them in the dressing rooms, because it's usually, as you said, usually grime or something like that, and it's just it don't work, man. Just don't work for a PG atmosphere. Do players not just like Phil Collins anymore? No, not like Phil Collins or or anyone like that. Bit of Dire Straits, a bit of Jam. That'd be lovely, wouldn't it? Wouldn't be lovely? Declan Rice says, "Rush, do you know I want to play tonight? Bit of Town Called Malice. Perfect. No problems. No worries at all, my friend. No worries." Fly me to the moon. Come on, let's get at him. Me and my shadow. Let's smash him up. Come on. Mr. Bojangles, come back and it wouldn't work. Nice try. And also there was the other thing Pards did once. He went, as I said, if you watch the Bowling Ball thing, you've already heard the story, but it always makes me laugh. And I did remind him about it when we tried to get him on the channel, but he's doing that with CSK Sofia at the moment, isn't he? So he's not coming on just yet. But he'd been to Orlando and been to SeaWorld and saw Shamu, the Killer Whales show, and he basically said, I got this great idea. I saw it in America, and we should do it. Where basically, and in theory, it was a good idea. And we actually did something similar when we had the 2,500 people in. We did like a bit like what we did with the Kahoot quiz. They did it on their phone because it was quite good. But they did it sort of like more visual. So basically, you would so you pick out a person in the crowd, and you'd ask them a question. They'd give you the answer. The answer was 1, 2, or 3. And he says, "That's brilliant." And I said, "Yeah, in theory, it'd be great, Alan, but." You're asking, me to go and talk to a West Ham fan and ask him to put a finger up at the camera. So if it was, if the answer was 1, 2, 3, 4, nice try. Nice try, Chocolate. Nice try. Chocolate, he did love a smooth. He did love a crooner. And obviously he brought the guy from the Rat Pack, Dean Martin, didn't they, to come and sing on the pitch. And remember the song, The Words to Bubbles? That was good. Was in the last stream. These are quality. Who's your favourite player in the squad right now? Hi, Nigel. Hope you're well, man. Like, share, subscribe, all that stuff if you're new. Who's my favourite player in the squad? Sufal. Vladimir Sufel. And also, if anyone is, I know there's been a few quizzes, not quizzes, surveys and stuff. I'm going to put in the chat. If anyone's got 5 minutes, just jump on this quiz. It's my own little survey, but it's for a show we're doing later on. So and it's only like 10 questions. Who's your hammer of the year, that type of thing. All good questions. Bottom turner overdrive. Let's rock. You ain't seen nothing yet, but up, baby. All for charity, mate. Why would Moyes put Noble for baby armor? I would have put on Lanzini because he was trying to tie the game up, wasn't he, my man? He was trying to. That's what he was doing. But anyway, he's done. Let it go. In the words of Elsa, let it go. God, we're having a musical fest today, aren't we? A bit of Michael Jackson would be brilliant. Indeed, because Billie Jean is not my lover. He's just a guy who thinks that I'm the one. Ben Wright, well, that's part of the reason. Ben Wright gives the ball away quite a lot. So he brings on, he doesn't give the ball away. Makes sense. I remember that Rat Pack bloke coming on after. He was, he's a fantastic Dean Martin impersonator, no problem. And actually, the Dean Martin version of "I'm Forever Blowing Bubbles" was my song, my wife's sort of first dance song. So. Well, actually, it wasn't an actual song. It was the song that we walked on to. Everyone had bubbles and, it was all like West Ham themed, as you could imagine. Paul, thank you, my man. Keep up the good work. Paul's son, Matthew, is my Sunderland 11 doing bits, as the kids would say, on the old YouTube. On the YouTube. So, check out if you fancy watching a bit of that stuff. For me, Fornals, Souček, and Kufel. That's 3 players. He asked for 1. So it doesn't really work. Beat it. A great shout, Peach. Can you confirm your GDPR project? Yes. Yeah, actually, as a market researcher, if you do not want to give your email address for GDPR purposes, you do not have. There's no it's not respondent level data. It's so I cannot identify the answers for each person individually. It's an amalgamated and it's an aggregation of those answers. Thank you. Good point, though. Good point, Luke. Good point. And also, just don't put your email address if you don't want to win. If not, no worries. I know you've already done it. I can let it go. Spurs will laugh again. Yeah, exactly. Well, we did a Spurs. We Spurs it up, so it's all good. How about the Czech national anthem? Well, maybe so. When we have the Hammer of the Year, maybe. I still think it's gonna be 1 and 2. I think it's gonna be Souček and Sufal. How cool would that be? I think it'd be, for me. That award is for people who not just on the pitch, but the way these boys have integrated themselves within the West Ham community. Do you know what I mean? In that, the whole thing with Isla, the fact that with the ambassador, it's amazing. It's amazing, and so they deserve it. They really deserve it, and they're really top of their season. Does your better half support West Ham? Well, she doesn't support. I mean, if you said what team do you support? West Ham would be the answer, but she doesn't actively support them. Like, she texted me yesterday. She went, I can hear loads of blokes shouting, "What's the score at West Ham? They must be winning or losing." Well, kind of bit of both, to be honest. And for the wedding, one day I'll put some pictures and you can have a look at the wedding. You might be vaguely interested, but for me, it was. I said to my wife, I said, "Look, at the end of the day, you can have what you want. You can have what you want. You want this one, it is fun. I just want to sort of my example. The only thing I want is the colour scheme." And then you could just see her eyes drop, and she just went, "You want claret and blue, don't you?" And I, yes, that's what I want, claret and blue. And then we went, and then it became more claret and cream, to be honest. The blue sort of fell by the wayside a little bit, but for me, it was, so we had like West Ham twists on everything. So, rather than favours, we donated money to the Bobby Moore charity, and they had like Bobby Moore pin badges and things, all these like little things and stuff. Bit of positive news: the golf course is open next week. Great. Not really a golf fan, I'll be honest. I used to be really into it. Used to play it loads, and then I became a dad, and I have West Ham, and I can't really play golf anyway. Although Flo decided she wanted to start learning golf, so we'd go down the driving range. Maybe we'll start that again soon because it's something to do, isn't it? Really, something different to do. She might be up for that next week and down the driving range, but we'll see. Aha, brilliant. Surprised she didn't ask her to wear a claret. Yes. Yeah, cause you, although there's a picture somewhere on Facebook. I got all the groomsmen and her. I got them all West Ham shirts as their presents, and like when I was doing my speech, I sort of handed them out. She does not look impressed with a Mrs. Budden shirt. She does not look impressed. But it was cool. I had like a camper van, that was my groom's car. It was like a baby blue, VW camper van with a claret ribbon. It was really cool. Anyway, that's to another day. Maybe we'll do it one day. So yeah, I'm all happy to show you some pictures and stuff. But anyway, as I said, tonight we've got a Noble Era. Make sure you watch that episode D, I believe. We've got some extra my Hammers 11s this week, at least one, maybe some more. Hopefully, I'm waiting on them to get back to me. We've got Can You Beat Russ? Games Day Wednesday. We've got Thursday. We've got Quiz Show Thursday. Game Show Thursday. That was it. Quiz Day Thursday. Yeah. Friday. We've got Freestyle Friday. We've got Just a Woo with Us. We've got Outside the Bubble. We've got loads of stuff again. All over the place as always, you know me. But again, thank you so much for everyone turning up today. Really appreciate it as always. And no one did guess the chocolate. Sorry, guys. Boost. 1-0 to the Button. Anyways, take care, everyone. Stay safe. Wash those hands. Come on your irons, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Take care, everyone. Much love. Thanks for joining me today. See you later.